Hey there, welcome back. There's been a lot going on. I've just been trying to get my stuff done. I don't think I'm going to do that series like I did before, but I'm doing something right now that I thought I would share with you. So I am right off the front porch bed and I have a lot of things going on. So this as an example of an edible landscape. I thought I would just get a lot closer than I did the last time. Last time it was just, hey, I planted lettuce there and it was just like, this big. And then now it's all grown so beautiful and pretty. And then we've got the sweet alyssum. We've got the bok choy, different colors of lettuce. Then we have cilantro. Oh, we have right there, I'll move my finger so it doesn't blur. We have cauliflower, we have cabbage, cilantro. Where did I see? Yeah, see, I've got some cilantro growing over here where I don't want it. And I know this is kind of cringe-worthy, but I'm just gonna pull that out. I just don't want that there. Yeah, we could eat it, but we have a ton of cilantro just growing everywhere. It just volunteers and self-seeds. So look at this one. Isn't that beautiful? And they're so strong. And okay, so then we have borage there. We have, that's something if you see a plant tag that looks all colorful like that, that's one I did not grow from seed. That is culinary, oh gosh, I always forget what that is. Eucalyptus. Then we've got cilantro, peppermint, and this peppermint is going to spread and take over. But one of the things that I wanted to point out about this garden is that pretty soon these are going to be done. It's getting warmer. We've had some well into the 80s and up into like 90-degree weather already. So what I'm about to harvest this, we're going to be making some egg rolls tonight. I have bok choy in a lot of different places, but this is about to come out and this will be soon to follow. All of this lettuce, so we're going to be eating a lot of salads. I don't know of a good way to preserve lettuce. We've got borage right here, and it's about to put on some of those little blooms. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to find a place for this calendula, and I did start these from seeds in the greenhouse. Whenever I do my greenhouse tour, you'll see it's going to be a lot less stuff in it. Okay, so what I wanted to point out, I'm just poking these calendula in because they are going to outlast some of these cool weather crops. So you can see that this cilantro is already starting to go to seed. And with the cilantro, I do let it go to seed, so it'll self-seed again, but it makes the most beautiful little baby breath type flowers. And sometimes I'll just pick those and put them in flower arrangements. Like I made my mom a bouquet yesterday and gave it to her already because I couldn't stand it. It was so pretty. I made a bouquet out of, this is one I can do later, but out of the larkspur. Okay, back to this bed. So I'm poking these in with keeping in mind that these are soon to be gone. Like I said in another video, that in gardening, things kind of grow in shifts. So your lettuces, your cold crops, your broccoli, your cabbages, those are all cool weather crops, and a lot of the stuff will be gone. So it's kind of like when I pull this out, I'll poke something else in, because I have found that the intensive gardening method, like I talked about in that series, is really, I just find that everything grows a lot better when it's really, the ground is covered, right? And the mulch does a great job. And then in the past, the spiderwort has really covered the ground. But I just kind of pull it back to kind of keep it under control. And then I have some weeds that I'm not really sure what these are. I think I looked them up one time and it was called like a Texas poinsettia. But I've been pulling these out. If anybody can tell me if this is a useful plant, then, I mean, it does cover the ground, then I would appreciate it. Just, you know, used to do research all the time, and now I just don't have that much time. But anyway, that is what's going on. I'm going to be poking in some, I have one more that I'm going to find a place for. So let's find a place for that. So I just planted that calendula there. There's a calendula, and whenever I do the edible landscaping, I kind of go in that rule of threes, right? It goes, if you'll notice, let's see, how did I do that here? Sweet alyssum, I went 1, 2, 3. So it's kind of like a little triangle. And then with the lettuce, I did the same thing. It's 1, 2, 3, another little triangle. And that's something that I learned from a landscaper that they do with flowers. You kind of alternate. So anyway, I just thought I would show this. Oh, one more thing. Okay, so over here on the other side, let's just walk over here real quick. There's a lot of mint growing here. And yes, it does spread. Let's see, it's gone there. It's kind of growing up in the salvia right now. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? And it smells amazing. But it has kind of spilled out this way. You know what? I'm just pulling it back. I'm just kind of pulling it. You know, if I need that spot right there, I'll just pull that out. I'll either go pot it up or I'll just toss it or feed it to the chickens. All right, so I could pull that mint out, but it's an aromatic, right? That's an aromatic, which basically what that means is, here's an aromatic. So the aromatics are kind of woven all in and between. There's a lot more cilantro, and it just confuses the pests. So if you'll notice, there are some bites, you know, from something that's nibbled on the plants. But look how beautiful that cabbage plant looks. There's no holes or anything like that. There's another one. This one I kind of got dirty, and I pinched it while I was I was planting that one right there. But everything looks pretty healthy. There's a few little holes right here, but this lettuce plant, I don't see any holes on any of that. And I don't spray anything, right? No pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, or any of the sides. I don't spray anything. But this is how I do my pest management. In permaculture, they used to say that the aromatic herbs or the fumigants would repel pests. I have found that is not the case. They don't repel them. They'll still be in there, but what it does is confuse them. It's like not a row of cabbage. Its favorite pest can't find like the smorgasbord, right? The buffet table. They have to hunt for their food, and they're just a little bit lazy, I guess, because they don't find it in general. Sometimes I'll see something and then I just walk away, because if you take away all the pests, then the predators have nothing to eat. That's a whole other story. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave this mint. I'm gonna leave this mint right here until I have time or need that space to come and get it and take it and pot it up and put it somewhere else or harvest it. Okay? All right, that is gonna do it for this one. What do you think? I hope this is doing justice to what this looks like because it is so pretty. By the way, because I am, you know, I said everything's growing in shifts. I have planted some okra seeds there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have found that they do just fine in an area like this. And I've planted okra seeds other places in the garden as well. But this is where I have planted roselle hibiscus, which is in the same family. So in the past, and it'll really fill this area out nicely. But for right now, this is what we've got going on. I'm gonna put it right here. I don't care about the spiderwort. There's plenty of that. I don't really care about that cilantro. I'm pulling off these bottom leaves just because they're getting all wilty. Holding up those. I'll come back and water these in. Put some mulch back up under there so the leaves, they're brand new, they kind of newly planted. Okay. All right. Until next time, bye for now.